Welcome, kindergarten students. These are your instructions for making your Father's Day card, and I want to show you what it's going to look like when you're done. See these really, really long arms, and then it says a monster hug for Dad, love, and you're going to put your name there too. So I wanted to show you what the end thing is going to look like. So in your green folder, this one here, okay, I already emptied mine out. You have a little bag of wiggly eyes. You have the monster's body right here, and you have the monster's arms. Okay, so the first thing I want you to do is I want you to cut these out. Okay, so I'm going to show you kind of a little bit of what that looks like. Okay, so you're going to take these, you're going to cut out both arms until you have two arms. One looks like this, and another one looks like this. Okay, then here's the body, same thing on the big black line. That's where you're going to cut, and it's going to take a little while. So once you start cutting, why don't you pause the video until you get everything cut out, and you've got these three pieces cut out just like this, one body and two arms like that. Okay, so pause the video. All right, so welcome back. You've cut everything out. So the first thing we're going to do is I'm going to show you how to write the words on here, okay? So you're going to start not on top of the top line, but right in between these two, and you're going to write a capital A, and then the finger space, and you're going to write the word monster, and I'm using all capital letters, M-O-N-S-T-E-R, a monster, and then go down to the middle line here, H, hug, H-U-G, finger space, for, F-O-R, and then a finger space, dad, D-A-D, and put your exclamation mark, okay? So that says a monster hug for Dad, and then you're going to put love, which is L-O-V-E, and put a little comma, and this right here is where you're going to write your name. And then you can take a marker, for instance. You can use any color that you like. You can rainbow write and just trace over the pencil until you have all your words traced, even your name. So like I did right there, a monster hug for Dad, love, and then the name would go there. Okay, so once you have that done, the next thing that you want to do is go ahead and take your arms and take your markers again, and go ahead and pause the video. Anytime during this, wait till you're done with the steps, okay? So then the next thing you want to do is you want to decorate the arms, and think about, you can use any colors, any shapes you want. You see on this one right here, I did dots, but you could also do stripes if you want it. That might be fun. Think about like the book Where the Wild Things Are. Those monsters had all sorts of different things all over them. Okay, so I'm going to give this one some stripes here, and then maybe use a different color, and I'm going to give him some polka dots maybe on the back of his hand. Like to me it's like maybe he's got like warts all over the back of his hands, or scaly things. So if you want to even do more detail on this, you could even add scales, and scales kind of look like you're just connecting bees all over the place, okay? So those would give your monsters even some more like scaly things. And if you want, you can add some different colors on there, add some, put some different color scales on your monster, because remember, these are monsters, okay? And monsters usually don't have like the smoothest skin. Okay, so then once you get done tracing, so I'm going to just finish tracing this, because at any time, if you need more time to catch up, go ahead and pause the video, okay? I'm trying to keep this video easy to upload, so I'm trying to keep it shorter rather than longer. Let me pull another color. And I sent home the markers, I sent home glue. You're going to use all of this stuff. Okay. And then So I'm actually going to put some decorations now on this. The first thing I want to do, now that I've done tracing that, I want to give my monster a mouth. And what kind of mouth do I want? So you have to leave room for the eyes too. So I'm going to give him that kind of mouth. I'm going to draw some teeth in here, some big jaggedy teeth. So figure out what kind of mouth you want to give your monster. My other monster, this one had a little smiley mouth. Okay, I remember you have to leave room for the eyes though, so don't put too much on there. And then I'm going to add some stripes up here. You can color in these little hairs up there if you want. So you want to get all your coloring done. The last thing that you want to do for your monster is to add the glue. So you want to get everything colored. So I'm going to put warts all over his feet here, bumpy warts. And then maybe I'll give him some more scales. Let's see what color, maybe a purple color. I'm going to give him some more scales right here. And scales you can just make with squiggly lines, right? Okay, all right, so I'm done using my markers to decorate. So I want to glue the arms and the eyes last. So I know I'm going to be gluing on a blank arm, but just pretend I decorate it. So I have to open my glue, make sure you open it, and I'm going to put a pretty generous bead of glue along here because I don't want this arm to fall off. And then I'm going to glue that here. Okay, and that's going to have to sit there. And then I'm going to do the same to the other side, so my monster has two arms. Okay. Then the last thing I need to do on my monster is glue on the eyes. And the eyes are going to take the longest to dry. So I'm going to dump those out. And this eye is pretty big. So remember, this glue dries clear, so if it runs out a little bit, that's okay, but just don't touch it. Let it sit. So I'm actually gonna put like some glue dots around. Remember, they dry clear, so it's okay if you wind up with extra glue dots. I'm gonna put on some of my colored eyes. And this, you might need a little paper towel in case you get glue on your fingers to wipe your fingers in between. But there. And I have a few more eyes left that I can put on. So I've got two more eyes. One, put one there. I'll put one here. One. And once you get your eyes on, let it sit, because you're gonna have to let it sit for a while to let those eyes get dried on there. Okay, so yeah. Go ahead and let it sit, let it dry. Make sure you write your name there. Remember, this is my sample, so I didn't have a name there. Write your name. You can cover it with color. And then once it's dry, it is all ready to give to your dad. And that you should give it to your dad with a real hug and say thank you for all the wonderful things that your dad does for you. And that's it. I hope you enjoyed this lesson. This is your last lesson in kindergarten, boys and girls, and it was so much fun to do this for you.